Hey everyone, Tin Man here, playing our draft game out, or games out. This hand is not that great. It's got a lot of power, but it doesn't really do anything. I guess we do have the synergy, but no, we can do better. Most 3 or 4 power hands are probably going to be better than this. Where's my 3 or 4 power? This hand's really bad. We need to draw a time sigil exactly on turn 1. Then it's a reasonable hand. If we draw exactly time sigil on turn 1, I'm not that upset with this hand. I want my first hand back, though. Fortunately, that's not how it works. Okay, well, we did not draw a sigil, so this could be bad. Luckily, Veteran Strategist is not a terribly threatening card. Just gonna fix his power, or his influence. This seems fine. Meanwhile, we draw every Justice Sigil in our deck. Nice, nice. Okay, if we still draw a Time Sigil next turn, we're actually in really good shape. The Time Sigil next turn means we get to play the Monk with the Scout, and then we can play Xenobelisk on 4. So it's not a terrible 2-turn play, you know? Iron Treasure, okay. Look at that. That is not a Time Sigil. Okay, now we're going to start falling behind. Yeah, no blocks. Alright. Yep, just gotta pass. Nothing we can do. Sorry, this is our opening gameplay of this deck. Should have kept that first hand, apparently. I don't know. Hindsight's 2020, but I do think that was supposed to be a redraw on that first hand. This is just an unfortunate situation. Especially considering our opponent's deck is not very good, I'll say. I don't know. I don't find O4s to be particularly appealing. I guess they gum up the ground, but they don't do anything proactive. Yeah. Okay, so now we finally found a guy. That's nice. All right, so we're gonna be taking 4 in the air, and we don't really have a plan to deal with this air. We can block here and save our guy. We want to save our guy so that when we do draw time influence, we can killer an air guy. Ugh, saddle up. Jeez. That is unfortunate. Where was that last turn? I would have let us trade. But instead, I think we're just going to lose here. Yeah. Alright. Let's let's back this one in. What a way to start, huh? Off to a great start. Alright, let's try to shake that off and rattle off 7 in a row here. That's the unfortunate part. Sometimes the redraws and the colors don't work out. That can happen in any kind of deck. Sometimes you just get the 2 power and all of 1 color. But those are those are definitely the minority of games. So yeah, don't let it shake you. Don't get tilted about it. Just know that for every time that happens to you, it happens to an opponent. And it all bounces out in the end. So I'm not overly concerned. Alright. Game 2, I'm going to redraw this hand. It's the same kind of hand that we just had. With no time influence. This is a decent hand. It's not great. But it can play. We can play Amanara. Amanara. I think that's how you pronounce it. And then we can Instinctive Many to interact favorably. But it's not great. Ooh, that's a great one, though. I don't necessarily want to trade here if he offers a trade. Oh man, where's my Amber Acolyte? That would have been sweet. I cannot cast this yet. No, it's Spellcraft. But maybe we just do it. I don't really care about the teleport. I'd rather just get +1 power so that I can potentially play Silverwing Purge Leader next turn. Yeah, then we just pass. And this will, stabilize the ground. And then if I draw any power, I can Silver Ring Purge Leader. If I draw a Time Influence, I can Vital Arcana, which pumps this guy, actually. Sure. That one's decent. That means, so that we can make that, you know, give it invulnerable with a Strength of Many. Or we can attack, and when he thinks it's going to interact favorably, we cut ties. Yeah, I'm still fine. Just continue gumming up the ground. Eventually we'll play a Purge Leader and be able to win through the air. Adventurous Bite. To the enemy player, Nightfall. Alright, that's probably going to be a target we're going to have to cut ties. I'll just take it. We'll take a chunk here, but it's whatever. Berserk Lifesteal. Okay, definitely take just one. 1 damage, no problem. Ooh, Training Grounds and Frontier Confessor. These are 2 really good cards to play here. Training Grounds let me proc Resolute Paladin. I don't really want to do that though. I don't really want to attack. If I just Frontier Confessor on Corrupted Umbran, is that good? That seems pretty good. I guess I need to find a Shadow Influence in order to cut ties. Yeah, let's silence off the Umbran. I don't want Lifesteal and Berserk to start proccing the Amanara. I just want to scout, really. I'll get invulnerable, but it's not relevant. Time Influence, sure. That'll let us cast Vital Arcana or Silver Ring Purge Leader. Whichever one we want here. Like, kind of afraid of something going horribly wrong here. If I double block like this, you can only kill 1 baseline. I'm fine with that. What? What is that card? Jeez. That was... Alright. I guess we lose, because I had no clue that was a card. Enemy units -1, your units +1. That's permanent. That's not this turn only. That is permanent. Alright, we're dead. Yeah, I was not anticipating that card. I didn't even know that existed. So yeah, I mean, I should have known he had a combat trick of some sort, but that particular one, like if it was just like an Infused Strike or something, it was kind of what I was thinking. Infused Strike, I made, you know, my blocks were pretty reasonable for Infused Strike. He would get to trade it for a card, but it wouldn't like blow me out that much. It would be like a 1-for-1. He'd either strike on the guy who I'm my 2/5 on his 4/5, and then, you know, Infused Strike just trades for my 2/5, or it would go on the other one and they would just trade 2 for 2. His 5/5 for my 2 guys, which is kind of what I was thinking. But yeah, that was that was a little worse than I had anticipated. All right, so not off to a great start. 0-2. This hand is quite bad, I would say. This hand is not great either. I don't have any units. I just don't have enough units in this deck. Yeah, maybe that's my maybe that's our problem, is that we just don't have good units. We tried to draft good units when we saw them, but we just didn't see very many. Second Sight is not a card I'm terribly thrilled about unless you have Echo cards to rebuy them. Since it doesn't really profit you any cards, like you're just kind of shuffling around the cards you already do have. It doesn't get you anywhere. Yeah. And so now my opponent is stuck on power since they didn't actually find a new card. They just put the ones they had back on top of the deck. Ooh. And hey, look. Things are looking up. We got all of our influence. We got 5 power in a row. Now we can bounce this guy. and start the beatdowns. So our opponent stumbled just a little bit, and now we should be able to take over this game. I mean, I guess he could just have a removal spell for Frontier Confessor right back where we started, but if he doesn't have that, I'm just going to Vital Arcana, actually. Yeah, just draw some cards. Ooh, all the power. I considered Stalwart Shield, but that's... we can get that next turn. I don't mind taking 3 here in order to draw some more cards, potentially find some more threats. Gale Prowler. And that's a good threat. That should just about do it. Unless he has something like a Feeding Time here. I don't even know if Feeding Time's in the format. Because that would be in one of the curated packs, and I don't know the full set of curated cards. Yeah, the more I'm thinking about this deck, it's not a good draft. I really don't have enough units. Enough good units. I have a lot of spells, a lot of equipment. They're good spells. They're good buffs, but I just don't have, like, solid guy. Like, I would be, like, ecstatic if I could get, like, that 4-cost 3/5, just blank, like the Sentry. That card would be sweet in this deck. Just as a body to throw on the board. That's what this deck needs. Like, this is probably one of our better cards. Argenport Soldier, as lame as that sounds. Let me just put this on here. And just get them. Hold on to this power. I don't really need to go up any higher in power. And so Extinguish basically does 1 damage to him plus clears a blocker, so we can use that hopefully to surprise him and get an extra hit in that he wasn't anticipating. So things are looking good. So we're not going to go out of this draft 0-3, I don't think. But 1-3 is certainly a possibility. Let's see if we can get away with a win here. If he just leaves back 1 blocker in the anticipation of chump blocking the 7-8, then we'll win this game just on the spot. He's play another blocker. Does not. Okay. It's a fast spell. Or a fast concede. Okay. Sweet. Well, I got a win. We got a win. Now we just need to get 4 more to complete our daily quest. Just 4 more. That's all I'm hoping for at this point, after that disastrous start. Let's just try not to go, 1-3. How do these serpents even fly in this picture? Like, that's not aerodynamic at all. Like, how are they generating lift? I do not understand the mechanics of serpent flight. Like a dragon, at least you can, like, reasonably say, okay, it's got wings, it's, like, flapping down and generating lift that way, like a bird. Serpents? Like, what the hell? What about these collars, too? Like, that collar goes straight through its mouth. Like, how does it close its mouth now? I mean, it never closes its mouth, apparently, because that's how... They never draw it with its mouth closed. But at some point, it's got to close the mouth, right? Right? This is really off topic. But let's look at the serpent in the background of this one. Or is that a dragon? That's more of a dragon in the background of Seek Power. Alright, no more off topic. We're back in the game. Snap Keep. This hand is bonkers. This is the hand that I envisioned when I drafted this deck. We'd have decent power. We have Living Example. We have some combat tricks. We've got Graceful Calligrapher. Just a reasonable body. Actually, maybe I should put the other Graceful Calligrapher in since we're short on units. Maybe I should do that. Cut like some spell. That's crappy. Scaly Guarn. Alright, I'm not gonna attack into that. I don't really want to spend a spell on that guy. I could spend a pump on it by attacking in, but I don't think it's worth it. This guy's just not that impactful. Interesting. Well, attack. So I don't like that attack out of my opponent if he didn't have anything. So basically my opponent is trading 1 damage for 2. So based on that exchange, we just come out ahead. Is at 23, we're at 24. You know, on the same basis here. I'm not going to block because clearly you don't make that attack unless you want it to die. Or not die, unless you have like a buff spell. I'm fine to trade the 1 damage here. I wish I could annihilate that guy. I'm just going to use a pump spell on it. So let's just get in with both. See which one he lets. It's probably best to Strength of Money would not let my guy live. So I'm just going to Living Example it. Or, sorry, Finest Hour, my Living Example. Right. That's what I meant. In the interest of just getting an extra guy on board. And it's a pretty good guy, too, because he can attack into the Scaly Guarn and he can't be blocked. We're not really afraid of a board wipe or something in Limited. Another Scavenging Spike back. That's fine. Ooh. I was about to say, oh, sweet, we can play Annihilate, but now we can play Annihilate and Death Strike. So let's put this on our Endurance unit. Use this to kill here. I'm going to hold back the Annihilate. I'm not going to spend it on a Scaly Guarn. That's, I think that's a waste of removal spell. Just like how a pump spell would be wasted on this guy to trade with the Guarn. We're getting plenty enough pressure without it. That's a card that I deem not worthy of killing. I was about to say worthy of killing, but then I'm like, not really. I think I might just bounce it, though. Actually, I might just bounce the Scaly Guarn. Talk with everybody. He just takes it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can do 13. That's not enough to kill him, but it's pretty good. Oh my god, my opponent found his second color. So this is exactly what happened to us like the very first game of the draft, was really getting stuck on power here. Alright, I will annihilate the bigger guy. And then we A-space and win the game. Just gotta block this one, and then we just sharpen reflex this one, and we're good to go. Alright, sweet. We're not 0-3. My main goal here is to make sure I have enough gold after this so that I can enter the league, because when I'm going to be streaming later tonight, I'll be playing the league, and I want to make sure I have enough gold for it. Entering this draft dropped me below the threshold, but I figured, well, I'll get some of that back in the draft, right? So if I had went 0-3, that would have hampered those plans significantly. This hand is not good. It got a lot better. Living Example is definitely our best 2-drop. Flashy Duelist is a pretty good 2-drop. I am kind of inclined to trade. Getting his Inspire trigger is just not worth taking 3 damage a turn. Oni Ronin. Oof. Oof. Well, looks like we might get burned by colors again. This time it's the opposite color. Yeah, I probably should just like cut ties and play another unit. Ooh, this is not good. We have our best card, Xenon Obelisk. We just don't have a unit to play. I mean, we have units to play. We just can't. We don't have the influence to play them. Maybe I should have been drafting the banners and the other like power fixing a little bit higher. Yeah. Alright, so a little unfortunate 2 of our losses come off the back of basically having 0 influence, but that kind of speaks to the risk of having playing a 3-color deck without a lot of fixing. I really had just one Amber Acolyte, which is not really enough fixing to justify it. To justify going 3 colors, I don't think. So I probably should have drafted color fixing a little bit higher and probably played a couple more units. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. An unfortunate quick exit to the draft, but I definitely took away some good lessons from this, and I hope you did too. So thanks for watching. Let's open our chests first before we go. Ooh, upgrade, upgrade. Okay. I can live with this. That's basically like 2 extra free wins, so no complaints here. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.